Did you know? The greatest wisdom often comes from silence. A man once came to the Buddha, eager to learn. He asked endless questions, but the Buddha remained silent. Frustrated, the man said, "Why won't you answer me?" The Buddha smiled and handed him a cup of tea. As the man held it, the Buddha began pouring tea until it overflowed. The man cried, "Stop! It's full!" The Buddha said, "Like this cup, your mind is too full. Empty it, and wisdom will find its way in." Silence is the language of the soul. Listen, and you will understand. Did you know? The greatest strength is often found in kindness. A woman once came to the Buddha angry at someone who had hurt her. "I want to hurt them back," she said. The Buddha handed her a flower and said, "Now crush it." The woman hesitated, "But it's so beautiful." The Buddha smiled, "Just like this flower, kindness is fragile, but it has the power to soften even the hardest hearts." Kindness is the greatest strength. It takes courage to be gentle in a harsh world. Did you know? The greatest change begins with a single step. A man once came to the Buddha, overwhelmed by his problems. "My life is a mess," he said. "I don't know where to start." The Buddha pointed to a small plant and said, "See this? It started as a tiny seed. Water it daily and it will grow. Your life is the same. Start small and change will follow." The man began taking small steps, and over time his life transformed. Drop by drop the bucket fills. Step by step, the journey is completed. Did you know? The greatest peace comes from within. A woman once came to the Buddha, seeking peace. "I've tried everything," she said, "but my mind is still restless." The Buddha handed her a candle and said, "Light it." As the flame flickered, the Buddha asked, "Can you make the flame still?" The woman replied, "No, the wind moves it." The Buddha smiled. "Like the flame, your mind is moved by external forces, but deep within there is a stillness that no wind can disturb. Peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. Did you know? The greatest wisdom often comes from the simplest truths. A man once asked the Buddha, "Why do I feel so empty, even though I have everything I want?" The Buddha picked up an empty bowl and said, "This bowl is like your life. If you fill it with stones, there's no room for anything else. But if you start with sand, the stones can fit too." The man asked, "What does it mean?" The Buddha smiled, "Fill your life with what truly matters first: love, kindness, and peace. The rest will find its place. Do not overvalue what you have received, nor envy others. He who envies others does not obtain peace of mind." Did you know? The person you see in the mirror holds the key to your peace. A man once came to the Buddha, angry at the world. "Everyone is against me," he said. "No one understands me." The Buddha handed him a mirror and said, "Look closely. Who do you see?" The man replied, "Myself." The Buddha smiled. "The world is a reflection of your mind. Change what's within, and the world will change with you." The mind is everything. What you think, you become.